and gentlemen, welcome to Pitch 2021, brought to you by Link North. Pitch is a competition where innovative entrepreneurs will have a chance to present their investor pitch to a panel of esteemed judges and vie for a chance to win prizes, expand their network, and cultivate investment opportunities with the Northern Ontario Angels. And now, your host for the evening, KINZ and KLOMP.
Hi, I'm Marc Kinsmen, and this guy to my right just happens to be Jamie KLOMP.
You got that one right, pal, but our friends, they call us KINZ and KLOMP. We like to acknowledge that we are situated in Treaty 9 territory. The strength of this land carries a rich history and is the traditional territory of First Nations, Métis, and Inuit people. We also acknowledge the Matagami First Nations, on whose land we are grateful to be able to work, play, and do business on today.
All right, so as you know, this evening will be your host, and we'll be your hosts with the most.
Hold on a minute there, Kinsman. You promised me that you were not going to use any cliches.
Just one, I'll get it out of the way, because people love cliches. It ensures we're gonna have a hair-raising good time here tonight.
Oh no, you know what? Just let me take this over for a moment while you think about what you said, okay? Welcome to Pitch 2021, where we follow the quest of entrepreneurs in their bid to be the champion of the world.
Who's overexcited now? You, KLOMP?
Yes, I guess I am.
The pitch competition presented by Link North will provide an opportunity for innovative entrepreneurs to cultivate investment prospects and to win cash and some other great prizes here tonight.
By preparing for tonight's competition, the entrepreneurs have built the confidence and the capacity to deliver a well-rounded investor's pitch.
And now they will gain exposure to potential angel investors, partnership opportunities, and they just might expand their networks here tonight.
Now let's hear from one of our friends at Link North, Ross McDonald.
Thanks, Jamie. Welcome to Pitch 2021, Link North's first annual pitch competition. My name is Ross McDonald, and I'm a business development specialist at Link North. I'm excited to be here with you tonight, and I'm looking forward to seeing local entrepreneurs vie for cash and other prizes as they pitch their business ideas to our judges. The entrepreneur pitches will be shared with the over 400 investors that make up the Northern Ontario Angels. There's a lot at stake here. Before we start, let me talk about Link North. Link North is co-located with the Timmins Economic Development Corporation. We offer free services to entrepreneurs and businesses across northeastern Ontario to help them commercialize, scale, and grow their operations. We provide advisory services and workshops. We help to identify funding opportunities, and we facilitate access to resources across our provincial network. We all know the pandemic has presented challenges for everyone, and this is especially true for businesses who have had to navigate and pivot through a lot of uncertainty these past 20 months. Businesses had to get creative, innovative, and adapt like never before. Tonight's event is no different adapting to today's realities. As you can see, we've had to go with a virtual event, but now we can reach a larger audience across our region and beyond. This means great exposure for promising entrepreneurs that have put their heart and soul into preparing for tonight's pitch. With the support of the Link North team, our partners at Mars Discovery District, and Nancy Riopel from Northern Ontario Angels, the entrepreneurs have developed 10-minute pitches, which you will see shortly, and are prepared to answer questions from our panel of judges, which, thankfully for them, does not include Kevin O'Leary. Thank you for tuning in tonight and supporting our local entrepreneurs. We hope you enjoy the show.
Thanks, Ross. Hey, I have a question.
What's that?
Do we get to vote on who gets kicked off the island?
KLOMP, do you even do your homework for this show? Wrong show, but there are some amazing prizes on the line tonight.
That's true. All of our entrepreneurs are competing for over $5,000 in cash and in-kind consulting services from Bereskin Parr, BDO, and N1 Solutions.
Second prize is $1,000 cash plus a voucher for a strategic planning session with N1 Solutions.
First prize is a voucher from BDO for a 2-hour consultation with a business professional, a Bereskin Parr voucher for services valued at $3,000, and a whopping $4,000 in cash. Have you ever won anything so awesome in your life?
Nothing this amazing, but I did win a bowling participation trophy back when I was in grade 6.
Not even close, Kinsman, and anything over 50 years does not count.
Well, jokes aside, all of this wouldn't be possible without our amazing supporters here tonight. A big thank you to the following partners:
Northern Ontario Angels, FedNor Canada, Neonet, Enterprise Temiskaming.
And how about Le Groupe Innova Nord, La University de Hearst, Collège Boreal, and last but not least, DJB Mining Products and Services. Klomp, did you know that the last time I was face to face with a judge was to fight a parking ticket?
Not interesting at all, Kinsman, but you know what is?
What?
Meeting our 3 judges. None of these 3 judges will be able to help you with your parking ticket, but they will decide who will be the winner of Pitch 2021.
My name is Michael Duciome. I am co-founder of Key Equity Group and partner in McIntyre Catering Services. I was extremely fortunate to grow up working in a family business. My parents are the definition of hardworking and truly led by example. Growing up listening to them strategize, problem solve, and sitting in on their meetings at a young age is exactly what created my foundation in business and really piqued my interest. I studied global business management and finance and wanted to pursue a career in banking in Toronto, but there were many aspects of living in the North that I really missed. My partner was the director of her mortgage underwriting department in Toronto, and it became very clear that the level of service offered in Southern Ontario was exponentially more competitive than the North. We knew that if we can bring that service further north, we could completely change the industry here in Northern Ontario. So my partner and I launched Key Equity Group, offering mortgage agency services based out of Northern Ontario. We spend a great deal of time working with proprietors with mortgage-related objectives through planning, reviewing financial details, cash positions, and so much more, which is one of my favorite aspects of our business and why I'm so excited to be here and help judge these pitches.
Bonjour, hello, je me nomme Mélanie Dufresne et je suis la directrice du campus de Timmins pour le Collège Boréal. J'ai le grand plaisir d'être parmi un des juges pour le pitch 2021 de Link Nord. I was born in Sudbury, Ontario, and being that my father worked in the mining industry, I was fortunate to get to travel and move throughout Canada and internationally. I've lived in the Yukon, Quebec, Ontario, Santiago de Chile, and Berlin, Germany, and through Collège Boréal have worked on various educational projects in Latin America. I speak fluent French, English, Spanish, and can get by in German. I'm a Carleton University grad with a degree in international business specialized in marketing. I'm an active member of the business community, being a board member on various agencies, including the Far Northeast Training Board, the Timmins Chamber of Commerce, as well as the Venture Center. Au Collège Boréal, on encourage le développement d'un esprit entrepreneurial chez nos étudiants parce qu'on reconnaît l'importance que ceci jouera dans leur parcours professionnel. C'est mon grand plaisir d'être ici aujourd'hui pour écouter les pitchs et appuyer nos entrepreneurs d'accéder à leurs rêves.
Hi there, I'm Cameron Grant, and as the Senior Policy Analyst for the Chamber, I'm passionate about the socioeconomic landscape of the North. Climate change, First Nations relations, and the natural resource sector are all at the heart of my advocacy work, while keeping business at the forefront. At the community level, I divide my time between the various nonprofit organizations that seek to advance arts and culture in Timmins. Entrepreneurship is a big investment in someone's life, and I'm happy to be part of events like this that seek to celebrate the spirit of business. I currently sit on the board of directors for the Fédération des gens d'affaires, the Public Affairs Association of Canada, and the Ontario Caucus Advisory Council, and I've been most recently selected as provincial co-chair for the Governor-General's Canadian Leadership Conference. I've been a long-time member of the Timmins Symphony Orchestra, and most recently as director of the board. I fulfill my love of winter sports, coaching the Timmins ski racers, and serving as president and chair of Mount Jameson Resort. I hope that my experience can be helpful to the pitch participants today. I wish them all the very best of luck, and I look forward to hearing their presentations.
Hey, Kins, I got this awesome idea.
What's that?
Do you want to flip a coin to see who gets to introduce the first entrepreneur?
Sounds good, pal. You know me and my record with coin flips. I win every single time.
Okay,
Call it heads?
Yes?
Heads it is.
What? I don't understand. Every single time we do this, you win.
Well, because KLOMP, I'm motivated to take on any challenge, just like our first entrepreneur, Jessica West. Passion drives Jessica and how she operates her business, Trazal Kombucha. In 2015, Jessica sustained a debilitating brain injury and on her road to recovery discovered the benefits of kombucha for brain health. She also discovered that many people find kombucha highly acidic and vinegar tasting, so she tested different recipes until she created her light, low acidic tasting kombucha. Right now, her products are sold in a dozen locations across our region, but Jessica is looking to expand this right across Canada.
Hi, judges and NOA investors. My name is Jessica West, and I'm the founder of Trazal Kombucha. Kombucha is an ancient fermented tea that has long been revered for its health benefits. I've personally always enjoyed kombucha, but my curiosity and interest in the product really came to me as an accident. And what I mean by that is I was literally involved in a motor vehicle accident that had left me with a severe traumatic brain injury. During my recovery, kombucha quickly became a staple in my diet. And amazed at how well I was progressing through my recovery, I decided to look closer into its benefits. This is when I first found out about the gut-brain connection. Recent studies show that gut health impacts mood changes, stress levels, and anxiety, and that by consuming the right foods and beverages, we can significantly improve mental health, overall brain health, and prevent cognitive decline. My research also showed that there's an opportunity here in Northern Ontario, and that's ultimately what led to the creation of Trazal Kombucha. After researching the market and doing product development and business planning for 1.5 years, I officially launched commercial sales in late July of this year. I currently have 2 flavors on the market, Fieldberry and Ginger Turmeric. These are being used to test the market, gauge customer preferences, and sales. After having a successful launch, I'm now working on launching a 3rd flavor at the beginning of next year. And I'm also working on product differentiation, and I plan to launch a new premium line of kombucha in late 2022. Since the very beginning of the company, I had this idea that I wanted to give back to my local brain injury community. And after talking about the options with an accountant and a business consultant, I created the company's mission. Trazal Kombucha is on a mission to help support brain injury survivors live their best life by donating 20% of net profits to the Ontario Brain Injury Association and increase public awareness of brain health. To help me do this and to limit production overhead costs while I was establishing the business, I've partnered with a co-packer. This allowed me to bring products to the market faster and in a more cost-efficient way. And the co-packers provide me with scalability to be able to cover the Ontario market as well as other areas in Canada. I've also partnered with a local business here in Timmins that allows me to warehouse the kombucha and access the main distribution location here in the north. Since launching the business, I've had great success at scaling. In the spring, when I was considering launching, I had 3 potential retailers that were interested in carrying my product. And today, I have 15 retailers in Timmins, Kapuskasing, and Manitouwadge. I'm also in communication with retailers in Cochrane, Hearst, New Liskeard, and Chapleau. And I'm working towards creating relationships with retailers and distributors in the southern parts of Ontario. Digital and content marketing through social media and our website are the main avenues of reaching and communicating with our potential consumer. I'm really going to put a point to talk about the brain-enhancing superfoods that are infused in our kombucha, as well as the light-tasting kombucha that we offer. Through my market research, I've talked to a lot of kombucha consumers, and one of the main things that they tell me is that they don't like the harsh acidity in a lot of the competitive brands on the market today. So I specifically formulated Trazal Kombucha to have a low acidic tasting profile. And so my kombucha truly brings taste and health together to empower the consumer from the inside out. We're the first and currently only kombucha company in Northeastern Ontario, and this is going to be a great benefit to us as a first to market kind of approach. Surveys show that 97% of consumers prefer to buy local. Most of the competitive brands available in retailers in the North are American brands GT Kombucha and Kavita Master Brew, Toronto-based brand Tonica Kombucha, and Montreal-based brand Rise Kombucha. And so we're really the only one in the market right now from Northern Ontario. And so we're really going to capitalize on that. Out of our direct competitors, we're also the only one to market and donate to a specific charitable cause. Surveys show that 70% of consumers are more likely to purchase from companies that give back, and social responsibility is only growing. Operated and owned by me. I have a Bachelor of Business Administration with a specialty in both accounting and management. I also have education in nutrition, kombucha brewing, and kombucha best practices. This allows me to develop initial products and do the initial product testing. But I've also partnered with a number of consultants to help me work on the business. So I'm working with global kombucha consultants who help me develop recipes and scale the recipes. I also work closely with the consultants here at Link North, and they've been a great resource for me in accessing different funding streams. And recently, I started working with a marketing consultant who has 25 years in the food and beverage industry and has helped companies scale to a national level. Together, we're going to look closer at the marketing strategy. We're going to strengthen the brand image, and we're going to connect with distributors in the GTA area. And as the company grows, so will our team. And I'm looking at bringing on a bookkeeper and a digital marketer in the next couple months. Since launching in July, we've brought in slightly under $12,000 across these 4 streams or these 4 categories. So our farmers market sales this summer were the top one, with our retailers close behind. And this is keeping in mind that I didn't acquire 50% of our customer base until September. So now that the market season's over, I'm going to put a great emphasis on strengthening and building new retailer relationships. And I expect this number or these sales to triple by our fiscal year end in March. I missed. Our margin is currently 67%, and that could be further extended with increased production runs, as well as extended product shelf life. So currently our product shelf life is 3 months, but with extensive study, we can bring that up to 6 months or even a year. And this will really help us with product wastage. So with new distributor partnerships secured, our product shelf life extended, and a solid marketing strategy, I anticipate increasing the sales by 393% by 2024. I'm here to ask for an angel investment of $20,000 to help fund these 3 developments: product shelf life testing, product development, as well as marketing. And with this, the company will be better able to improve its margins, acquire new customers, and reach new regions across Ontario. In summary, with mental health, social responsibility, and supporting local at the forefront of consumers' concerns today, Trazal Kombucha has a great opportunity to serve and educate the public. With having a light, acidic tasting profile powered by superfoods known for their benefits to brain health, Trazal Kombucha brings health and taste together, truly empowering the consumer from the inside out. Thank you.
So, yeah. Great presentation. Can we try the product now?
Yeah, absolutely. Please do.
Jessica, while we're having a look at it, first of all, thank you very much for presenting to us today. Obviously, we're very excited. Good job. I've seen some of your marketing around town, so I note that you've already made the steps to get that visibility out there. So, you know, when we're talking about triple bottom line, I see that 20% of your net revenue is obviously going towards the Ontario Brain Injury Association, which is fantastic. Have you reached out to any local nonprofits to see if that share capability could be kept more local?
I'm so glad you asked that. I chose the Ontario Brain Injury Association because they offer grant opportunities to the regional and local brain injury associations. And so really by donating to them and having them trickle down the funding, so consumers, no matter where you purchase Trazal Kombucha, you're indirectly benefiting someone from your very own community.
Yeah, great presentation, Jessica. Thank you so much. I just had a few questions for you. The product is delicious. The flavors, you can tell, have a very low acidic profile. So my question with regards to supply, as you're growing, you forecast 393% growth. How do you see that affecting supply in terms of the ingredients? Do you see any problems there, given our current state with the pandemic?
Yeah, I'm happy you mentioned that. And so like the third flavor we did notice, because I was ready to launch that earlier, but some of the ingredients are a little more specific and a little more niche. So we did have to lengthen that a little bit. But now that we're seeing more supply, a lot of these premium ingredients that I'm planning on putting into the kombucha, it's going to be in an extract form. And we do that because we get more of the beneficial properties in a more concentrated form. And so and a good thing with that is that it has a longer shelf life. And so this way, when it is available, I can stock up on that.
Jessica, if you don't mind, can you walk me through the process? I'm very interested because I would imagine it has a natural fermentation process, but how do we get to this end product?
Yeah, so the fermentation, it does need to happen for quite a while, especially for commercial brew. So you want to ferment it for a long enough period to make sure that the alcohol levels have decreased, and there's a lot of health and biological when it comes to that point. And that's one of the pluses of partnering with a co-packer, because they bring on all of that specialty that takes a long time and a lot of learning, and they offer that. So that was one of the main factors too, why my plan was to go there. But so to build your own brewery, if I'm understanding your question properly.
So how does the pricing compare to your total cost for the packaging alone?
So I pay for the labels and I directly talk to the labeling company myself, but a lot of like the packaging and the product is included in the price of the co-packer. And so to see like the actual breakdown of that, it's just a lump sum one product cost from the co-packer, and on that they charge like their labor and everything too. And so I'm really only seeing the difference with the label. But I do know that going like a co-packer route, so you are paying a little more, or the cost of the direct cost on a bottle is a little more than it would be if I were to brew it myself. But then one benefit of that is that we don't have to pay for all of the overhead. And I think that was the biggest benefit of going for a co-packer. I don't know if that answered your question, but I hope so.
So on the $3.99, what you're charging as a wholesale price, what's your profit margin on that?
So on that alone, it is about 30%. I know that as I increase sales, the cost will go significantly down. So the point or where I'm at right now is just trying to find those increased sales, and then trying to find a distributor that would be able to, take a full batch on and distribute that to their retailers. And so as I increase, our gross margins are just going to increase at the same time.
Obviously, the point then would be to push that 30% up a little bit higher. But so what's the end goal there? How are we bumping up those margins to help you?
Yeah, so the co-packer is actually located down south. And so being able to partner with a distributor down there, and obviously there's more distributors down south than there is up north right now, but that would limit the shipping delivery. And so one of our big costs is just taking the product from down south and shipping it up here. That cuts a lot into the margins. So I see that right now as the big focus to really increase those margins.
Jessica, I love your packaging. I think when you look at the bottle, it does look like a Trazal. It looks like a treasure, and it's it looks like a refreshing item to have. In terms of distribution down south, you mentioned that you were building some new relationships, building links down south. How are you going about that in the coming future?
So for expanding, I was looking more for northeastern Ontario. Any east of Thunder Bay in the north, there isn't any brands right now. So I'm really hoping to be able to capitalize that, because it's going to be bringing, in a sense, a local product to these communities. And then in terms of southern markets, I do know that going into some grocery stores down south, the cost of kombucha is slightly lower over there too. And so that's kind of going to be the work that I'm doing with the consultant to really determine like, okay, what should the price be? What's the best way to go with this? So that's all coming in the next couple months.
So Yeah, to my understanding, this is priced relatively in a premium way compared to some of the competitors. So my question is, have you spoken to some of the retailers that you're working with, and are they happy with the margins that they're earning with that?
The feedback that I've received so far has been really great, but this is keeping in mind that I'm the only kombucha available in the retailers right now. So I haven't really gotten in another location that sells multiple kombuchas. And so right now the feedback is great, but again, the only kombucha. So it'll be interesting to see as I, grow and expand, what the reaction is.
It would also be interesting to know what your competitors are wholesaling their products for to those retailers. Because again, if you want to compete with them on their shelves, you're going to have to probably be in line with what your competitors are offering.
Yeah, definitely. And there are some smaller brands on the market today that are actually priced higher than Trazal Kombucha at this point. I think really our price is pretty comparable. And again, it depends on the retailer too. So if it's a premium kind of niche retail shop versus, a mass superstore grocery store, that has a great difference too. And so it's figuring out like where my product best fits.
Listen, Jessica, you've done a great thing here. I mean, obviously, you've got the numbers, you've got the projections, you're doing the right thing, you're getting the consultation done, you're understanding the focus groups, and you're understanding where your market is. Thank you for keeping it in the north. I know that that's something that is challenging, but it is something that these judges recognize as something that is true to your heart, and we appreciate and see that in the product that you're producing. Keep growing those numbers. We would like to see that 30% rises just a little bit, so that when you want to get those marketers and bookkeepers on your payroll, that you've got that safety net to catch you there for you. So thank you very much for presenting to us today, and I'll let Mel take us out.
Yeah, thank you so much, Jessica. Really appreciated your time. Looking forward to seeing what you're going to be securing with the distribution network next. And we appreciate the fact that you have presented with a northern product that is beautifully presented and tastes great. So best of luck to you.
Yeah, thank you, Jessica. The presentation was fantastic. I love the product, by the way. Proof is in the pudding. So it would definitely be something that we would look for on the shelves, and we would definitely be interested.
Great. Thank you so much.
So I think Jessica was really well prepared for her presentation today. I felt like she was professional. She did her homework. She had her numbers lined up.
And you know what? She's got some community presence. I mean, I think the numbers are a little bit ambitious, but you know what? If the math checks out, then I think she might have something here.
Yeah, I agree. There seems to be a roadmap to actual expansion in the future. I don't know. You might be right. The 396% might be ambitious, but I mean, her profitability is also pretty solid on the product, and it tastes fantastic.
She's made a very good pitch.
Yeah.
And I think her marketing plan is going to be key in all of this to make
Absolutely.
sure that, she is positioning it as a Northern Ontario product, and some of the benefits that she mentioned, and how the 20% contribution to the brain injury is huge, and the social responsibility. So I think she needs to get
She definitely needs to pump that. That social enterprise is key, especially if you're selling a marginalized product. And we didn't talk about the trend, and I was really curious to hear, because some of these products are really on trend, and whether there was a projection as to see if that trend was ending. Where does this product go next?
I think the margins are going to be tough for retailers to earn. Potentially $1 to $1.50 on a bottle is going to be challenging. But again, as she mentioned, as her volume increases, her margins are probably going to increase as well, especially with the packaging. I know that's probably costing a substantial amount.
She's got to paint the town kombucha, man.
Yeah, exactly.
I have a cliche for you, Kinsmen.
What's that?
Will Jessica West be the best?
Oh, come on.
That's not up to you. That's up for the judges to decide. But
Yes, now introducing our second presenter of this evening, Jared's Metal Art Designs. Jared manufactures and sells metal signs to consumers and businesses. Along with commercial and consumer metal signs, Jared also takes on custom fabrication jobs. Jared is looking to enter the wholesale market by manufacturing home decor options for retail stores.
Jared's Metal Art, a local manufacturer. How do you find the perfect gift for somebody or yourself? You find something that's personalized, right? Well, Jared's Metal Art plans to bring a piece of personalized decor to every homeowner and gift giver in Canada. According to this Canada CPA study, the average Canadian spends $588 on gifts, and that leads to a whopping $20 billion spent The personalized metal art makes for a perfect gift. I understand that business investors invest in care more than just about the business. So a little bit about myself. At the age of 17, I started working as a welder fabricator back then. And even then, I knew I wanted to run my own business. I found out later on that my late grandfather was also a welder turned entrepreneur. I never knew this back then, but it means a lot to me now. I decided to go back to school in order to learn more about business and deal with complications that are sure to arise with it throughout my business. I did well in school and even earned a $5,000 grant to begin my business. Jared's Metal Art plans to bring the utmost value to our customers by delivering personalized text, designs, and themes to help deliver a sense of self to each homeowner and recipient. JMA is a direct-to-consumer business model, meaning we handle manufacturing, advertising, and selling. Our customer acquisition had a focus on low-cost customer acquisition and awareness. We started off by attending local markets and growing our Facebook page. So far, $140 in marketing has turned into over 75 customers and given us a customer acquisition rate of $1.85 with an average sale of $105. As we continue to grow, we will be utilizing Facebook marketing campaigns, Google Analytics to be able to provide a personalized touch to our marketing campaign. So we attended local markets throughout the end of the summer to be able to continue to spread the word and gain awareness throughout the local markets. For customer acquisition, we also plan to utilize Facebook marketing campaigns for personalized touch, and we plan to grow our brand by using behind the scenes posts, giveaway, and customer testimonials to emphasize the quality of our brand. We're focused on creating a brand that customers know mean quality first. Everything's made in Canada and it's locally made to ensure that they last forever and ever. Being made from metal with rust-proof paint means that our customers know that these signs will last. The key activities to grow our business and maintain customer satisfaction will be to remain doing design and manufacturing in-house. This will protect our profit margins and begin to grow and allow us to keep customer satisfaction a priority. Our key partners and suppliers throughout this business are Shopify, Espresso, LaRue Steel, Home Depot, Everlast Technology for manufactured consumables. We utilize a value-based pricing model. This is because our customers see our signs as more than just a piece of decor, and also a piece of art. And therefore, they see a lot of value within our products and are able to we are able to price them higher than a traditional cost plus markup model. Our manufacturing process begins with creating them on a computer and sending them to our CNC design. We utilize like state-of-the-art technology to keep labor costs low and customer satisfaction and quality high. This has been able to keep our labor costs to a bare minimum and profit margins very high. A lot of the products offered are family name monograms, sport theme monograms, sport theme signs, outside activity signs, fire rings, and fire pits. We are always coming up with new products to bring to market. At the beginning, we had very little capital and focused on low customer cost. So we attend local markets, went to trade shows, and started building a following on social media. We're really focused on low cost brand awareness. Competition throughout this market is very little. There is no direct local competitors. However, we are always competing for the gifts and decor. We plan to combat this by ensuring customer satisfaction is always high. Direct competition does not exist in the local market. However, there are a few competitors online, such as Canada Metal Signs and My Perfect Neighbor. We plan to combat this by growing our local and northern market. We will be pricing our signs competitively online to appease the masses online. Being the founder, I, Jared, am the owner and strategist, and will come up with the plans to grow this business. I have trained an employee, Austin, to handle manufacturing and teamed up with Espresso to deliver efficient and thought-worthy marketing campaigns. Looking at our cost breakdown, we need 30 signs to break even. And that is exciting, as even in our first month, we reached this target. Our fixed costs include rent, salary, Wi-Fi, utilities, insurance, depreciation of assets, and processing fees. Our variable contains labor, paint, steel, consumables, and steel. Looking at our sales projections, we use the first 2 months to dictate how we may grow. This is exciting to continue for our growth, as to hopefully reach $10,000 in sales within 6 months. We need only 60% of our present growth. This is great because with our current customer acquisition cost, we only need to spend $186, but have budgeted double that to ensure growth as we continue. Looking at our sales projections, our average revenue is over $7,000 and our average cost is $3,300. This was an average net profit of 46.9%. Having high profit margins and a strong start with next to no capital, it is evident there is room to grow and scale this business. I am asking for a cash injection into our marketing program to help surpass target sales projections. With the extra revenue brought in, we will then focus on growing the brand across the province and country.
Thank you so much, and I applaud you, Jared, for presenting to us today. It takes a lot of courage. Your signs are absolutely beautiful. Working with a community college here, I understand the need for welders, and I applaud you for bringing it to a creative level. You mentioned that you're using the CNC plasma cutter. You have an employee working with you. In terms of if your machine, as we know, machines go down, technical glitches happen, what's your turnaround time in terms of getting back up, producing some of these beautiful signs?
Yeah, so we haven't had many issues so far, but I actually had to assemble the whole machine myself. So I know a lot of the ins and outs of the machine. Anytime a part breaks down, there's a lot of non-too specific parts, which made this machine really nice. That if a bearing breaks, I could actually replace it with a bearing I could find locally. I'd expect no more than a week being down. My customer turnaround time is 2 to 3 weeks. So I would still have the times and the means to get my product to the customer.
And with increasing sales, Jared, would you see that you would require further machining equipment to be able to deliver?
Definitely. I plan to purchase bigger machinery as I continue to grow and more focus on the automation of the process. So new equipment such as automatic sanders and so on. Using advanced technology like that will keep our labor costs low and profit margins high.
First of all, Jared, props to you for the signs. I mean, the artwork is incredible. I can't even paint by number, so this is pretty awesome. A lot of my questions had something to do with scaling the business and how you would maintain the volume and continue to increase the volume, but you are using the plasma cutter. So my question is, how many units can be produced per day?
On average right now, we could pump out, with my employee and 2 people in the shop, we could easily get 30 signs done per day. So that ends up being 150 signs per week.
Okay. If I'm a consumer, how would I go about ordering right now? Do I call? Do I send you an image and you then create it?
Yeah, so currently we are taking orders on the Facebook page. You could call, email, text. All that information is on Jared's Metal Art on Facebook. And we are in the process of launching our website with Shopify. So currently on my Shopify store, I'm working on this one app within it that you will be able to see what the sign looks like with your name on it right away. To do custom work, if you have a set picture or something, that would need to be handled by the design team.
Okay, I see. Thank you.
Jared, I just have a question. So let's get down to brass tacks here. Where's the material coming from when we're looking at it? Are you sourcing it locally, or is it scrap metal?
So I'm actually dealing with the supplier out of Quebec, just as they've given me a much better rate. And I bring in full sheets of steel, and I do all the cutting and stuff within my shop, and we deliver the products to the customer directly.
And what's the wholesale price? What's that cost to you when you're looking at ordering from Quebec?
So my total cost per sign when I'm dealing with a normal batch of 30 signs ends up being $17 per sign.
It's a pretty quick turnaround, and it's a fantastic margin. I can see why these numbers make sense. So, as you grow that, level of production, are you going to stick with this, sort of supplier that you have right now, or are you looking elsewhere to find, maybe source some cheaper material?
So I'm focused on right now growing my order sign so I could order in bulk. I'm hoping local steel shop will be able to give me a better price if I have a bigger order. But besides that, I like dealing within the region to source my materials, as I like to advertise as a local business.
And I think that's important, especially when we're looking at a market. Like, look, skills trades, there's a deficit, and it's something that our parents didn't always encourage us to do. Our guidance counselors, our high schools. How are you encouraging your colleagues, your classmates to get into this field?
Yeah, so I encourage everybody to really find their passion and run with it. If you look at the career rate of how happy somebody is within their jobs, it's so high in the skilled trades, and that's just because somebody found that they love to work with steel or wood or so ever and made a job out of it. It's a lot more active than sitting at a desk, and for me personally, it's what I've always loved to do. So I think it's anybody with a passion for working with their hands should at least look into getting into a skilled trade.
Couldn't agree more.
Is there any type of commercial demand for a product like this, or customized signs, metal fabrication, things like that?
Yeah, so I've worked with a few smaller businesses to make signs for the likes of Schmidt's Honey, Few Acres Farms, and currently in talks of making a few larger signs for a few bigger businesses.
Okay. And can the machine that you're using now and your manufacturing process, can it accommodate sizes larger than 30 inches? Can you eventually grow that?
Yeah, so my cutting surface at the moment is 3 by 4 feet, but I have a working relationship with a local custom fabrication shop that allows me to take on bigger contracts as they come up.
Okay, nice.
So I want to see my name on this sign, and Cameron's, and Michael's.
Your name is there.
That's right, my name is there. I like the fact that you're exploring different avenues for marketing, and so I encourage you to continue to work with your marketing partners to get your name out there.
Thank you. Yeah, that's the plan, is to really grow the online marketing aspect of things, as most of consumers are online, and being able to match products that we know they're interested in and show them that online.
So listen, you've got some great strategies on the horizon, and you're starting to shape the way that you're doing your marketing. As you move forward, you've got an employee right now, you're looking at doing some marketing, maybe hiring a contractor. What's the next 5 years looks like for Jared's Metal Art?
Yeah, so the next 5 years looks like really growing the online presence on the online website, and then moving into a proper full-size shop where I can have everything laid out and have a painting booth and just really move into production mode. I touched on retail because I know it will eat away at the profit margins, but it also makes it a lot quicker to turn around signs. If there's something that fits their demographic, you could pump out 100 of those signs and sell them all in the one location. So in the next 5 years, I hope to keep selling the personalized signs and then really move into a few retail locations to just growing different revenue streams.
Well, we're going to provide our final comments here, Jared, but listen, I'm going to say you've done great. You're in a trade that's really, really needed these days, so don't give up on that dream. Take some courses, find yourself some free courses, whether it's marketing, online selling platforms. Get into those courses and see the forest through the trees.
And again, I applaud you for your presentation today and following your passion, and continue doing your amazing work with the signs. They're beautiful, and I think we'll be seeing them under everybody's Christmas tree soon enough.
Yeah, I agree. The signs are beautiful, and it's a fantastic idea. I also think you're filling a huge demand for personalized gifts, and the profit margins are there as well. You also have the machines needed to scale. So I think as long as you can make that process easier for consumers, then you'll definitely begin to increase supply. Absolutely.
Yeah, I appreciate all the comments.
All right, take care.
Take care, guys.
Thank you.
All right, so what do we think?
I think he did a really great presentation. He was obviously quite nervous to present to us.
Well, who wouldn't be?
Yeah, exactly. But he did bring a beautiful product. I think that there is a demand. I think he needs to work on his marketing and his branding to be able to get it out there. And obviously also make a plan, like you said, about his equipment and what he's going to need in terms of being able to increase supply.
It's such a hard thing, especially for a young entrepreneur like that. You are your brand and you need to live that brand. It comes with a little bit of experience, but I think he's made the right step so far.
Yeah, I love the product. I thought it was going to be actually much heavier, so this is it's really nice. But I think he's set up to have a fully automated system, and that's exactly where he needs to go. I mean, it's so much easier for the consumer as well if it's just if you facilitate the process of ordering it.
And pounding the pavement, man. Finding those grants is going to help him get those tech upgrades, those capital purchases, getting that critical spares part. If you get shut down for a week because of one bolt, you need to have that inventory.
Of course.
Inventory,
yeah, you can't be shut down for a week. But the profit margin is also there to support the growth. So I think he'll have
48%,
a substantial budget.
Yeah, absolutely.
Exactly. For marketing and e-commerce.
And people are looking for personalized products. So
it's crazy that that's still a market, yet people always want to see it.
Yeah.
No matter what, no matter where you go. No, absolutely not. If it's not Lake House, it's welcome to the Dufresnes.
That's right.
You're right.
All right, well, we'll move through, and you know what? Hopefully we'll see your name on there the next time.
Yeah, or your name.
You know what, Kinsmen? I'm going to have to stop Jared in his tracks, and before he leaves here tonight, I'm going to get him to make a monstrous KLOMP sign, and even if you're lucky, a small KINZ sign.
Keep dreaming, pal. But these pitches have been so awesome here tonight. I'm so glad we're emceeing tonight instead of judging, because the judges have some big decisions to make this evening.
For once in our business relationship, I could not agree more. Great job to all the entrepreneurs, and good luck to all the judges who are now invited to leave the main stage to deliberate in private. You know, Kins, I'm starting to get a little hungry. While the judges take their time to deliberate, what do you think you and I have a little bit of a snack?
Well, KLOMP, did you want me to cook something up for you tonight?
No, thanks, pal. You can't even make toast.
Oh, come on. You know I could put it into the right side of the toaster. But hey, would you prefer if I called in the professionals?
I like that. Sometimes I feel like you can read my mind.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for your sweet and salty break, sponsored by Bereskin Parr, introducing Noemi Rodrigue from Sweet and Salty Charcuterie.
Good evening, everyone. Bonsoir. My name is Noemi Rodrigue, and I'm the owner and founder of Sweet and Salty Charcuterie. I'm thrilled to share with you guys how Sweet and Salty Charcuterie came to life and how I created these beautiful and delicious charcuterie boards. I created my first charcuterie board for New Year's Eve, posted it on social media, and the responses that I got were out of this world. I was so excited. I just had to go for it and start the business. I love creating these charcuterie boards, so why not start a charcuterie business? Okay, so now I want to show you guys how I make my charcuterie board. So the first thing you want to do is you want to lay out all of your ingredients on your workspace. So as you can see here, I've got my cheeses, I've got crackers on the side here, and I've got all of my ingredients that I'm going to use on my charcuterie boards, and I also have some nuts here on the side. So number one, you want to start with your cheeses. So I have the brie cheese that you'll see on every single one of my boards. I always add my brie cheese. I have some Gouda that's sliced here. So let's add another cheese. So we're gonna go with this one. This is the cherry, it's a cherry cheese. So I'm just gonna cut up some pieces here. And like I said, there's no rules to place your cheese. You can place this however you want. Just have fun with it. You can place it anywhere on your board. This is perfect. All right, so we have our cheese. Next, I like to add my crackers. So I'm gonna go ahead and add a couple more of these. I have some pretzels in here. Pretzels, super good. So we're gonna add some pretzels here on the side. The next thing that I'm gonna add, you probably have seen it on my charcuterie board, is my charcuterie flour. So I'm gonna show you guys how I make my charcuterie flour. So I'm just using this plastic little cup, and we're gonna start with our salami. So I have here some mild salami Genoa. So we're gonna put around 10 slices on our salami flour. So first thing, very, very simple. You just wanna flip that and lay that into the cup, just like so. And you just put it over top of the other one. So you wanna put just a little bit of pressure inside. You grab your cup, you wanna place it anywhere, wherever you want on your board. So I'm gonna place it over here. And you just wanna put a bit of pressure, and voila, your salami flour. So next on our board, we wanna add our fruits. You can add veggies. So I'm gonna add a little bit more fruits in there. So I have some blueberry. I have more blueberries here. So we're just gonna add a few, and I have some raspberries. We're just gonna add a couple raspberries. I've got some blackberries here. There you go. And then we wanna add our grapes. So I'm gonna add a little bit more here, just like that. Next is our kiwi. So I'm just gonna grab this kiwi here. I've cut it all into pieces for my kiwi flour. So there it is, my kiwi flour. So we're just going to add that in here. We've got some strawberries here that I added, so we can add a couple more strawberries. Next, I've got some dried mangoes. This is super good with charcuterie. So we're gonna add a couple dried mangoes. There you go. I've got some tomatoes. Let's add some tomatoes in here. I love having a lot of colors on my boards. There you go. So we're almost there. I'm just going to fill it up with a little bit of nuts. So I have some pistachios here. So we're just going to add a little bit of pistachios. So we're just gonna put some pistachios on the corner here. And next I have some almonds. So we're just gonna add almonds right over here. There you go, perfect. There you go. And to decorate my boards, I really like to add rosemary. So we're gonna grab a couple pieces of rosemary. You just wanna slide that in, tuck it in. And I like to finish one right in the middle of the brie. I like to add one right here, just like this here. Okay, so there it is, everyone. This is the end result. So this is our 18-inch charcuterie, the regular size charcuterie board. So this is what it would look like. So our menu consists of our single serve charcuterie cup. So this is what it looks like here. It feeds 1 adult. We have our charcuterie box here that feeds 2 adults. We have the board that we prepared together. This is 18 inches long. And then we have our 25-inch charcuterie board that feeds about 8 guests. So this is the 25-inch charcuterie board. And we have the ultimate charcuterie board that feeds 12 to 15 guests. So here it is. This is all made by my husband, Eric. He does amazing woodwork. We get all our wood here locally in Raymore, and then Eric goes and cuts everything, sands everything, makes it all nice for you guys. So we also do laser engraving. So you can send us any logo design that you want for any special occasion, wedding, a birthday party. So this is a little example that I have here that we lasered on coasters, and we have our logo on every single board. So these are fully customizable. So I want to wish both contestants the best of luck. And I wish everybody at home that are eating my charcuterie board that you guys enjoy. And thank you so much for watching.
Oh, hi. I didn't see you there.
Noemi kindly hooked us up backstage with some delicious charcuterie here this evening.
The sweet and salty combo is blowing my mind.
So sweet.
So salty.
Thank you, Noemi, for the tasty snack, and welcome back from our break. Now we're ready to get back to business, but can we still snack on these delicious treats tonight?
You keep snacking, pal, but I do want to say one thing. We hope you are just as excited to hear the results of the Pitch 2021 competition.
And the judges have deliberated, and we've been told that they have had a lively discussion backstage. So let's invite them back before we announce tonight's winner.
Okay, the big moment we've all been waiting for, because right here, Kinsmen, we have the name of the winner in this envelope.
Let's do this. The participants tonight have prepared for this moment for over 3 weeks now. They were carefully selected from a competitive pool of ambitious entrepreneurs that received professional coaching from the Northern Ontario Angels and then prepared a pitch with support from the Link North team.
Tonight, we heard their pitches and they endured demanding questions from our distinguished judges.
Congratulations to each participant for all their hard work here this evening.
If you're an entrepreneur or small business looking to commercialize, grow, and or scale your business, get in touch with Link North.
Before we announce our winner tonight, on behalf of the Link North team, we would like to thank our partners that made this event possible. Especially a big thanks to the Timmins Economic Development Corporation, our judges for taking the time out of their busy schedules to participate in this event, and Noemi from Sweet and Salty Charcuterie for tonight's delicious snacks, Cassidy Media Productions for producing the show, and of course the Dante Club for their amazing hospitality. Klomp, am I missing anybody?
Are you missing anyone? You're missing us. We have to be thanked because, we did such an amazing job.
Look at this guy, he tried to take all the cake. But speaking of winners, for an exclusive interview from tonight's winner, join us for an after party on KINZ and KLOMP Live on our Facebook page, where you're going to get their reaction and discuss all the behind-the-scenes fun that they had doing this production. You can find the link to this event in the description below.
Now, Kinsmen, the moment everyone has been waiting for. Can I get that drum roll, please?
The entrepreneur taking home Bereskin Parr and video consulting services.
I'm pretty excited here, pal.
Are you excited?
Are you ready to see it? And $4,000 in cash.
And the title of Link North's Pitch 2021 champion is Jessica Ware!